guys. I want to make sure this is working. So hold on 1 second while I check it out. I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, let's see if this will load for me. Okay. Okay, let's see. My page isn't really loading. All right. Yay. Okay, this is working. It's awesome. Okay. Welcome to my webinar. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 key elements to owning your brand on social media. So what does that mean? I wanted to talk about just really what I mean by owning your brand on social media. I want you guys to be able to feel like your brand is being represented, that you feel like you are really getting the most out of what you're doing online. So what does that mean? That could mean sales. That could mean people talking to you. That could be more followers. That can be people downloading your free resource. So there's a lot of different ways that comes across, or different ways that people measure success online. So again, I want you guys to just, again, feel comfortable and really learn how to get the most out of your social media marketing. So I don't think my chat is working right now. Let's see if I can fix that. And I apologize. I'm using YouTube, kind of new at it, so just bear with me here 1 second. I feel like we're streaming. We're ready. Okay, if anything, you guys can just click out of the chat and it will, click on the video on YouTube and you'll be able to chat and let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna try to adjust this before right. See, I'm trying to do it. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. Technical difficulties here. I'm trying to get this going so that we can chat. If not, I will ask you to click on the video and exit the chat so that you guys can ask me questions, because I want to hear if you have any questions. So let me just adjust this right here. And let's see if that little piece of coding will help us out. Okay, so let's see. I'm still not really seeing it, but I don't want to delay this too much longer. I know you guys are busy. I want to be respectful of your time. If I can't get this to work, sorry, I must look like a crazy person right now. If I can't get this to work, then you can email me at dari@darilow.com. If you're watching this on the replay, I really am so apologetic, but skip forward a few, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you guys. So just let me check one more thing, and then we will dive right in. I think it should be working now. Okay, I think it's working. If not, we'll just keep it moving. If you have any questions, send them to me at dari@darilow.com. I don't seem to be getting this to work, but anyway, I want to move forward. I'm here to give you guys information to help you figure out this whole social media thing. So, I've been working in social media for about 8 years now, and these 5 elements are things that I've seen every successful social media brand do. And I wanted to share with you what those 5 things are. So, I'm also going to try to share my screen with you now. And let's see if I can do that because let's see. All right, that's not working either. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of trouble with sharing my screen. I don't know why everything is happening to me right now. So I'm just gonna hop right in and kind of talk you guys through this because this is what I do on my lives anyway, right? So here we are. Let's start from the beginning. So, social media agency, we're based in New York City. We work with a lot of hospitality clients, but also clients in the B2B space. I do one on one consulting, I consult for bigger brands. So, I've been a little bit all over the place when it comes to social media marketing and adjusting it, whether it's a small mom and pop shop or a huge corporation. We can do it all. I've worked across so many different industries. And so I'm here to share with you what the 5 key elements shared by successful brands on social media are and how you can implement these 5 elements to achieve your social media goals. I also have a little bonus because I want to share with you a mindset shift to help you kind of put everything into perspective. So, who is this webinar for? This is for business owners or entrepreneurs who want to understand social media. It's for social media marketers on small or large teams. You might just be starting out. And, I get a lot of the questions from people who are just starting out on social media, and I'm more than happy to answer questions. I mean, when I was getting started, social media was not a thing, and I had to learn. I kind of had to learn a lot about it on the go and on the job. So I like to share my knowledge with those who are just getting started. It's for digital marketers, so people who are not necessarily just in social media, but digital marketers in general who don't necessarily handle social one-on-one all the time, but want to understand it a little bit more. And last but not least, anyone looking at to learn a little bit more about social media and what really creates brands that last online and brands that really see results from their social media efforts. So, the first thing, I'm diving right in. The first thing that's successful, or the first key to seeing success on social media is to figure out the why and to set goals. And I like to work a little bit backwards. So I like to set my goals and then work backwards from there, which is why the why is very important. So, simple questions you can ask yourself: why are you using social media? What actions are you driving on social media? So are people actually clicking through to your website or are they just liking your photos? Why should anyone care about your account on social media? Are you giving them something to come back to? Are you adding value to their life? Whether that's in funny moments or just a break from their regular routine or giving them information, having them look at your product in a different way. Why would anyone want to follow you and care about your account? So you can figure out where your value is. How are you a part of the conversation? So are you even talking to people or are you just broadcasting and posting things? Another question you can ask yourself about figuring why people should follow you online is what really makes you stand out from the competition? What do you do differently than any other person or company in your field? You outline your goals. Just figure out what goals actually support your social media marketing. So I'm talking about key performance indicators. What are those? For you, is that just growing your following for the moment? Some people, they just want to grow their following for right now. Some people are looking to get website traffic. Others are looking to convert followers into people that purchase their services or products. So what does that look like for you? And really think about that, because it's going to be different for every brand. Therefore, that's why social media is so subjective to who we're doing it for. It changes. We have basics, obviously, within our framework, but it fluctuates so often and from brand to brand, because everyone's goals are a little bit different. What you want to highlight is going to be a little bit different. So really think about those things and then work backwards from there. The second key element that successful brands on social media have is that they've developed their voice and their branding. If you're a follower of mine, you notice that I use the same tone on all my photos. And that's to visually reinforce the fact that you are coming across one of my photos. And I do have some students who have mentioned that they do look at my photos and they realize they're mine before they even look at who's posting, just because of the tone and the composition of the photos. So that's one way that I differentiate myself online from other people. And it's one of the easiest ways, I think, to differentiate yourself. You don't need to do it. There are so many accounts that do not need that specific look, to use the same filter over and over. It's not necessary. But if you're looking for a simple way to create consistency in your feed, that's one of the ways. Another way to develop your voice and branding is simply by your captions. So how are you coming across? What's your voice like? Is it fun? Are you more serious? Is there a lot of jokes involved? Or, are you making references to pop culture or things happening in the community? So really nailing down what that voice and branding looks like for you is super important, and something that the big brands really do have completely figured out. And it's what makes them stand out. So you go to them for the captions. For example, Wendy's. Oh, my hair looks crazy. Wendy's is one of those brands that really differentiated themselves on social media, on Twitter specifically, because they started trolling and having snarky comebacks to just people talking online. And so it became interesting to follow them, because you wanted to see who are they going to clap back at next. And it was exciting. So find whatever that is for you. And you don't need to be a troll and you don't need to be controversial. You just need to figure out how to make that work for you. All right. The next key element is that the brands that are successful on social media really, really know their audience, like every detail about their audience. What social media networks they're on, what industry leaders they follow, the top publications and blogs that they're tuned into, or podcasts, and they're asking questions to their audience. So social media really allows you to have a one-on-one connection with your client. They're right there, they're already interacting with you. So use the tool to your advantage. Ask the people what they want and then deliver it to them, and your business will be booming. So these big brands really know that, and they know what songs people are listening to. They can make references in their captions to these pop culture things. They really know, maybe even what charities their audience might be a part of. They've dissected their audience to the most minute detail that they can, because all this helps with content creation. It helps with what you're talking about. It helps with what you should be concentrating on and what parts of your brand are going to appeal to your customer. Not only that, but you can kind of start thinking about how your customer can apply your service or product to their life. The fourth key element of brands that are really successful online is that they try new tools and trends. So they go beyond the social media feed, right? So they're not just posting about themselves. They are posting about things that are happening in their communities with, the audience that they are targeting. They are using Instagram stories, they're using Twitter lists, they're using Twitter moments or paid ads. So they're going beyond just what's in front of them and the basic use of the network. So that again adds to the appeal of following them online, because if they do something great on stories, for example, then you're most likely going to check what their stories are. They might be giving away freebies every once in a while in their stories, or I don't know, special information. There's just so many ways to go about it. Wallpapers, as simple as that. There's so many tools that are network specific that you can try. There's Facebook polls. Like I mentioned, Twitter moments, there's Twitter polls, and each one of these looks different, and they add a more dynamic feel to the social media presence of the brand. It surprises and delights the followers. You really show that you can use a social media network, that you understand how to talk to your audience on that social media network specifically. And it also gives people a reason to follow you on different social media networks. For example, if you're using stories and you're doing story only offers, then yeah, if I follow you, if I'm a fan, I'm going to want to see what your stories are because I don't want to miss out. People get FOMO. So one way to kind of drum that up is to use the network specific tools and to be creative and go a little bit beyond just the social media feed. Now I want to take a quick break before I get to the fifth key, because there are some mindset shifts that I think are very important to consider when you want to be successful online. And the first one is tactics versus strategy. So tactics are actions that are being taken to fulfill your goal, whereas a strategy is more of a long-term plan to achieve your goal and incorporate social media into your business. So for example, you can say, I want to use videos. Let's start doing videos. But it's not just about using videos. Using videos is a tactic. The strategy is, how do we build buzz around these videos? So is there one big video that you are producing and you want to tease it until that big video launches? Are you going to create a series around videos? So really thinking about how you're going to use videos is more of the strategy part of that, whereas creating the videos alone is a tactic. The other side of that is the strategy or the mindset shift that you should have is to stay ahead of the curve and only use the tactics that really work for your brand. So it's not just about what's new and what's coming and just doing it to do it and spending time doing this and getting it out the door. No, like really think about, is this really going to work for my brand? For example, when I work with B2B brands, I think about, are asking questions, is that really going to work? Are CMOs really taking the time to answer questions? Do they have time to watch videos? Most of the time, maybe not, and they tend to go more for white papers or articles and things that they can save for later and maybe read on the go and digest in a different way. So those are the two little mindset shifts that I want to throw into your head before we move on to the fifth key. And the fifth key that I found is something that I've seen the successful brands do, is that they have a multi-channel approach. So what do I mean by that? I mean that they are on more than one social media network, and we all know recently Instagram and Facebook went down for 14 hours and everyone was freaking out, and a lot of influencers were actually contacting my partner and I and simply asking, what is it me? Is it just my account? What do I do? What's happening? And it came to light that a lot of these guys don't have anything but Instagram. So to me, it's a big gamble to just put all your following into one social media network and put all your eggs in that one basket. So what I do suggest is that you spread your following and you figure out how to get people onto your email list and how to follow you on more than one social media network. Now, everybody ran to Twitter. I happen to love Twitter. So what did I do while everyone was there? I kind of bumped up my Twitter activity for the day. So Most brands we know do have multi-channel approaches to their social media strategy. In case one network goes down, you always have another one, and while one is down, you can pump up the efforts on another one. Having a multi-channel approach just also, not everyone is on every social media network. Who you're going to find on Twitter is different than who you have on Instagram, and it just really spreads your following. And again, build those email lists because that's really important. And with that comes content. So not only are these guys active on more than one social media network, they're also constantly creating content that appeals to their audience. So how do you make content all the time? Well, show personality. You can repurpose your existing content, and put it across multiple social media networks. It's also a way to use your content efficiently. Use user-generated content, and that's another thing. If you're on more than one social media network, it's easier to catch, when people create content about your brand. So maybe they don't use Instagram, so they didn't post it on Instagram, or maybe it was very in the moment and they decided Twitter was the way they were going to go. So being active on more than one social media network just allows you to listen in a wider perspective. Again, you're on different social media, so it's different audiences, more people. And yeah, just keep a content bank, create content, snap photos of things you think are going to be irrelevant. But that's really how to stay on top of content and then use it across multiple channels, which I know seems a little daunting, but it's actually not as bad as it seems. I'm not against using the same piece of content on more than one social media network. Again, your audiences don't cross usually, or sometimes they do, but for the most part, people kind of stick to one social media network, and if they miss it on one, then they catch it on another. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you're posting the same thing across your networks. A bonus key for you here on the webinar. A bonus key element to owning your brand on social media is to analyze, rinse, and repeat. So what do I mean by that? Literally analyze what is happening on social media for you. Check it out, go into your analytics, get used to playing in there, write it all down. I use a Google Sheet. It's actually available in my shop, the same exact templates that I use to keep track of 16 or more management clients, which ends up being so many accounts. These are the templates that I use. They're available in the shop, but also I just like to keep my own record because, again, things go down, things don't get calculated the right way. So I just like to have my own hard copy. And we take a look, and it's easier to see. A lot of the social media networks, you will be able to download information. But Instagram, for example, a set of their analytics doesn't get saved. It actually refreshes every week. So it's important to jot it all down. And if you have a business account, you go into Insights, and it'll show you your weekly stats. These refresh every week. So I like to keep a hard copy, and then it's easier to look at. And if you're good at Excel, you can create charts and make it all look pretty and make more sense. But seeing it all on one screen, and even better if you can create charts, helps you figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. If you had peaks of engagement on one point, what did you do? You can look back and you can kind of figure it out, and again, backtrack. And you don't know where you can go until you've looked at where you've been. So this point links all the way back to the beginning when I talked about goals. So analyzing will help you create goals. So you can ask for 10 more downloads this week than you did last week. And then you can kind of reverse engineer your strategy for this week to promote the downloads that you're trying to get. So this all works hand in hand, folks. So those are the 6 key elements. And why am I talking about this, and why did you attend this webinar? Well, because you want to make sure your business is thriving on social media and that you're staying in your followers' feeds. And probably because you also want to finally see results from your social media efforts, but you don't have time to keep up with all those changes. I mean, social media is constantly changing. So you have 2 choices. You can continue to struggle and waste time looking up all this stuff online, or you can get social media to work for you with guidance and support, and that's where my social media lounge membership comes in. I created the Darilo Social Media Lounge membership program to give you resources, tools, and support, uh, and all the things you needed to cultivate a social media presence that attracts real fans and customers. I'm taking the guesswork and trying to put pieces together and tactics and trying to make it work because I'm doing it all for you. I do this every day. I have 16 brands that we overlook on a regular basis, sometimes more when we do consulting work or I work one-on-one coaching someone. So I figured it all out. When things happen, when new tools come out, I have to figure out what to do, how to use them, and how we can apply them across our brands to add a little bit more flavor and really own the brand on social media. So what do you get from this membership? You're going to get a masterclass every month. Then each masterclass will walk through a different social media concept. This month, we're starting with Instagram stories. And I'm going to offer resources and challenges to actually get started as soon as we wrap the lesson. So you can get off the lesson, digest it a little bit. There's going to be like a magazine kind of thing with it. And then we do the challenge. You'll get access to me because each month I'll be holding a live call in the Facebook group to answer any questions you have about the lesson of the month. You'll get your time back because you won't be reading endless articles, sifting through Facebook groups, or just wasting time in general trying to keep up with all the changes in social media that happen every second. When a new tool comes out, I'll be sure to research it and share it with you guys in the membership program. And finally, a community. My aim with the Social Media Lounge is to build a community around this membership where everyone who's in it helps each other out. So it's not just me on the live calls. You also have help from other people who are in different stages of, going through the membership or social media marketing in general. So I wish I could be sharing the screen for you guys so that you could see my student testimonials. So I have 3, but I'll highlight Paul, my public speaking coach. I've worked with him coaching one-on-one and just doing lessons here and there about things that confuse him a little bit. And he said that Dariana is able to make you understand things in simple terms. What I love about her blog and tips is that they are immediately actionable. Also, Megan Lively, one of my good friends now in the social media space, she has taken courses of mine before. And she said, I've worked in social media for 10 years and still walked away with concepts I didn't know about, ways to practically use the information I learned, and best of all, it sparked some creativity in me. I had so many ideas from the info Dariana shared. I was literally making lists during class. So again, what do you get in the membership? Each month we'll be diving into one specific topic within social media marketing. The program includes a masterclass. So we'll pick a topic and go into the masterclass. And if you guys have anything you want to learn about, I will be more than happy to concentrate on that. So you're going to help me build this for you. We will be doing monthly prompts and challenges based on the masterclass. I'll do a monthly live group Q&A call in the group. I'll also be including some content planning guides. I'll give you some captions so that you are not completely lost on what to post and we can talk about ideas. And then I have some bonuses for you as well. The bonuses that are already in there when you sign up today are a complete guide to hashtags and a leveraging influencers mini course. One is valued, the leveraging influencers mini course I sell for $50 and the hashtag guide is $25. So you're already getting $75 worth of value just walking in through the door. I've also included an extra bonus for this month, and that is an Instagram story swipe file. So you have ideas on what to create stories about. And I will be including extra bonuses, surprise bonuses throughout the year, including stock images, quote tiles, captions. So these will just be running and, they're there to spark creativity. So how much is all this? Because of course, I'm just telling you all the good stuff you're getting. The investment into your social media presence will only be $47 a month. And Again, this is for a masterclass, direct access to me. If you can't afford for me to coach you one-on-one, or one of my courses is just, too expensive to join, this is an easy way for you to ask the questions that you have from me and to get feedback. I want to do monthly hot seat calls. I want to really help everyone that's in the membership get the most out of their social media marketing. There's a button below this video somewhere where you can sign up for the Dari Low Social Media Lounge membership, and that is off and going. So I hope to see you in there. The last question is, are you ready to take your social media marketing to the next level? If you are, join me in the group. I'd love to see you there. Let's all hang out and figure out the social media thing together. I am here to guide you. I am here to be your resource, and I'll see you in the group. Again, I'm so sorry the live chat isn't working, but if you have any questions, you can contact me at darillo.com, DHARILO at DHARILO.com. I am more than happy to answer any questions that pop up about the membership. If you have any objections, I will be here to kind of help you work through those. But thank you so much for being with me and taking some time out to be here. You can sign up. I put the button below this video. So you can just click that button and you head over to my Teachable site and you can sign up for the membership and join the group immediately and hop into those bonuses. I'm putting the finishing touches on the lesson and it should be in there for you by tonight. So I will see you in there. Thank you so much. Have a great week and have a good day. And I'll see everybody in the membership. Bye.